T-minus 20 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Jones messed with the wrong melon farmers. Thug life. And here we go.
I prayed that he would burn in hell, but in my heart.
This is as far as you go. No more.
Hello, Sydney. Are you ready? God damn you.
Wish I had you all alone, just the two of us.
Ooh, baby, 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 ooh, baby.
What's up, everybody, and welcome back to Movies and Beyond. Once again, I am Michael, and today it's Horror Talking Coffee. It is Friday morning. How are we doing this morning, good people? I'm still working it out. It is early for me. I work second shift, so I got up early to do Horror Talking Coffee because it's kind of what we do, right? It's kind of what we do. What is going on, good people? Are you happy it's Friday? Are you excited about the weekend? I unfortunately work tomorrow, so for me, it's not a weekend, but next weekend is somewhat of a weekend. But we do have the holidays coming up where I will have some time off, and maybe we'll do some pop-up shows. Maybe we will do some shows that are out of the norm for the holiday season. I'm kind of looking forward to it. I've got some horror news to go over today. And then, one of the things I'll be kind of looking up as we go, because I do want to talk about. But yeah, we've got a bunch of stuff to go over today. Are you guys watching Welcome to Derry? Are you guys watching Stranger Things? Are you guys watching all the things that we have out right now to watch? I'm so freaking excited. I am so excited. The season finale of Welcome to Derry is this Sunday, and I will say this, whether you watch it or not, I'm not going to give anything away on a stream like this. I will make a dedicated stream to Welcome to Derry once it's concluded. It's been surprisingly good. It started off very slow, and I mean, I understand that would happen in a show like that, So I wasn't, beating it up too bad. And then it got it got like goosebumpish. For lack of a better word, we were talking about a little bit on a previous show, and someone had brought that up, and they said it was kind of like goosebumps, and it's like, yeah, that's exactly what it was like. But then it took another turn, and it has been really good. So I'm definitely looking forward to the season finale of the first season of Welcome to Derry. And then Stranger Things. Like, come on, guys, like. I've still yet to go back and watch season 5, the first 4 chapters yet, all the way through since the first time I watched it. But I will definitely be doing that again, coming up here soon to get ready for the next 3 episodes. And I will lead with that, because I do have some news for Stranger Things. Well, at least an article that was put out on Bloody Disgusting that I did want to kind of go over today. I haven't read it for myself yet. I just saw that it was up there, and I said, yeah, let me save this so I can talk about this. Where the hell did I put it? I'm pretty sure I had it. There it is. All right. Definitely looking forward to bringing this up. The thing I hate about Bloody Disgusting, to be honest with you guys, is all the ads that pop up. Like, it's it's annoying. It is annoying. Let me go ahead and bring this over because I do want to talk about this. Oh God. Let's see. I've got so many articles saved here for us. It's me weeding through them. There it is. All right, let's go ahead and start here. We're going to start with Stranger Things. That's what we're going to do. Yes. Darker, scarier. Ross Duffer previews each of the 3 episodes on Stranger Things releasing on Christmas. And guys, if you're watching it, like the way that they left off, I'm choosing my words carefully. The way that they left off, you want to talk about a cliffhanger. Like you got me locked in. At this point, I have to know what happens, and they do a very good job at that. So this is saying the 5th and final season of Stranger Things continues with season 5, volume 2 on Christmas Day at 8 p.m. Eastern, with 3 episodes in total, making up the season's 2nd volume. That's fantastic. That is absolutely fantastic. I can't wait. And before I continue with the article, I see that Jerry has gifted 1 Movies and Beyond membership. Jerry, you are the man. Thank you so much, my friend. And good to see you this morning, dude. A million thank yous. I literally got up like 30 minutes ago, 45 minutes ago, maybe ish, something like that. But Jerry, what a great way to start off Thursday with you fine people. And thank you a million times, brother. A million times. See, I can't even talk yet. It's so early for me. I can't even talk yet. But I do want to run through the chat too. I did forget to do that. Good morning, Michael. And I have Jerry Wilson is in the chat, as you just saw from the gifted members chat. Thank you again for that, Jerry. Saying hello, Michael. Let's get it. Let's go, Map fam. Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. And he's reminding everybody to smash the like button. Thank you for that, Jerry. I'm so terrible at that. Val from Val's Views is in the chat as well, saying good morning, y'all. What is going on, Val? The general always gets a salute from Movies and Beyond. I hope you are doing well. Happy Friday. Oracle's in the chat as well. It's Friday, everybody. I can't wait to get back out to my videos tomorrow. 2 live streams coming out. Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah, dude. Let me know when they drop, and I will check them out for sure. For sure. I hope you're doing well, man. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Jacob Ware is in the chat saying, so what's with the Jason universe being taken down? I mean, I don't really care. It sucked, but I just want to know what's going on. Yeah, dude, I'm definitely looking into that. And it, depending on how this stream goes and how quick that we get through the articles, man, maybe I'll do some looking while we're on here. I did hear that, but I haven't looked into it yet. So yeah, I am curious as well to see what's going on with that. But back to what I was talking about for Stranger Things. What was his name? I'm sorry. Ross Duffer was saying the final episode of the series will follow in its wake on New Year's Eve. So we got Christmas, we got 3 episodes, and we got season finale on New Year's Eve. But before we get to the show's epic finale, co-creator Ross Duffer has taken to Instagram this afternoon to preview the 3 new episodes of Stranger Things arriving on Christmas. And here's what one half of the Duffer brothers had to say about each of them. All right, so he's not giving anything away, hopefully. which I'm sure he wouldn't. He wants everybody to watch it. The first episode is called Shock Jock. It picks up moments after the end of Sorcerer, which was the last episode. Frank Darabont is back, but he flexes very different muscles in this one than he did on Turnbow Trap. It's far darker and far scarier. Maybe it is scario. We can call it scario. I like that. So it is. We are going darker, and I'm definitely looking forward to that. And I like how he's giving us just a little bit, but not really anything. Right? It's darker. It's scarier. It's bigger. It's badder. You know what I mean? So I'm fine with that. But definitely looking forward to that. Oh God, these words this early in the morning. Escape from Camazotz is Sean Levy's return to the director's chair. Hell yeah. It's the biggest episode of the 3, and the performances make us cry every time we watch it. That makes me nervous. Look, I don't like that, right? What is that? If you're gonna cry, and I'm not saying it's 100%. If you're gonna cry, I feel like someone's gonna die, right? Like that's what it makes me think of. If they're saying that, like I can't help but to think that that's gonna happen to somebody that we care about. I mean, his freaking quote is the performances make us cry every freaking time. Come on, man. Really? Come on. I don't know. I think that we all knew going into this season that it was that some people had to go, right? And I mean, I don't know. The last episode of the 3, not the finale, but the last episode of the 3 released on Christmas is called The Bridge. We co-direct this one with Sean. Don't want to say too much, but aside from the finale, it's probably the most emotional chapter of the season. Are you fucking serious? So we got 2 episodes back to back that it's not like we're not going to binge it. Then I'm going to be sitting here with a freaking box of tissues and be a snot mess. It's basically what you're telling me here. And all right, well, I guess get your tissues ready. Duffer adds it's going to be a long 6 days to wait for the finale. Ross Duffer also promises episodes runtimes are coming soon as well. Stay tuned for much more on Stranger Things Season 5, Volume 2. Yeah, there's no way I'm not binge watching this. Like, it's, watch one, then I'll go do something, then I'll watch another. No, I'm sitting in a chair. All 3 of them are getting played in a row in front of me. I guarantee that's how it's gonna happen. But yeah, so Stranger Things Season 5, Volume 2, coming Christmas at 8 p.m. and I cannot wait. Let's see what you guys are saying in the chat. Val is saying can't wait. Yeah, me too, man. Like seriously, it's the end of something that's been around since 2016, right? 9 years. It's crazy it's been that long that I've been watching this show. But yeah, 9 years is coming to an end. New Year's Eve. Val saying got my tickets to see Stranger Things finale in the theater. That's awesome. Yeah, that's crazy. That is freaking crazy. When you got your ticket, did it have a runtime attached to it, Val? Did they leak a runtime on your ticket? I'm curious. I'm curious to know what the runtime is for that. I'm very curious. Jerry says he's excited. Hell yeah, man. Me too. Val is saying I have a feeling Max escapes, but not Holly. Speculations. That's all we have at this point. There's speculations. I think I've done a fantastic job this year of staying away from potential leaks and people's just throwing wild theories out there. I stayed away from all that, and believe me, it could have done really well for my channel. Had I done shows where it's like, I think this might happen, or I think this might happen, or the guy that played Billy in season 3, his brother's nephew's cousin's former roommate said that this is gonna happen. And it's like, nah, man, I want to enjoy it for what it is. I want to sit back and just see what happens. Like that's kind of where I've been at with this season of Stranger Things. And yeah, but here's the thing: watching the first couple episodes that came out, I found myself figuring things out as the show was going on. It's like I have a feeling this is gonna happen. I have a feeling this is gonna happen. And I'm usually like 50-50 with those, but I think I had a pretty high percentage watching it, this time around. It's just like, holy shit, that's exactly what just happened. Now the final part, I didn't, you had an idea what may have been happening, but not in the way that it happened, I would say, for that one for sure. Val said, I'm totally binge watching Volume 2. Yeah, I mean, and Jerry's agreeing. Yes, definitely binging it. Yeah, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. Val said, yes, it did. It has a runtime of 2 hours and 5 minutes. So you're gonna have to get comfortable for the season finale because it is a long one. And I mean, I wouldn't have it any other way, right? It's not only is it a season finale, it is the end. It is the final show. For now. Don't you feel like that with this show being as popular as it is, they're gonna have like spin-offs out the ass of this? I just have a feeling they do, but who am I? Who am I? Jacob said me and my cousin are going to see Iron Lung on the 13th of January. Oh, that's cool. That is cool. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Jerry saying, you know what happens when you assume? I do. Jerry's also saying it's the end of an era. It is, man. It definitely is for sure. And kind of sad to see it go, to be honest. But I think with the time between each episode, I've kind of gotten used to life without Stranger Things. So I don't think that it'll be really too hard. Like there are a lot of other shows that came out and they were more frequent and more consistent. With this one, there was so much time in between. I think it'd be okay, but I'm definitely looking forward to how they end this. And I absolutely love the series for sure. All right, so something else that I wanted to go over today. Now this may pertain to some of you, this may not, but to me it does. I am a huge fan, and you guys know this already. Hold on, let me pull this off here. All right, let me bring this up. I am a huge Godzilla, King Kong, MonsterVerse fan, right? I don't always love the movies that they make, to be honest, but in general, I am a huge fan, especially of this show right here. I had a blast, and I just recently rewatched it. Monarch Legacy of Monsters season 2 is coming. And if you watch season 1, then you're probably just as excited as I am for season 2. If you're not a fan of giant monsters, all I can say is why not? It's freaking awesome. Growing up as a kid, it was King Kong, Godzilla, all those cheesy old Godzilla movies. I used to watch with my dad. We had them on tape. I had King Kong versus Godzilla. I think that came out in the 60s. And I used to watch it all the time. And going back and watching it now, how ridiculous that one was. To me as a kid, it was the coolest shit I'd ever seen in my life. Absolutely loved it. And I love what they're doing with Godzilla now. Not so much the latest movies where they're kind of making them Avengers, you know what I mean? But there are definitely some good Godzilla movies in there. And Monarch season 2, definitely looking forward to it. The story is absolutely fantastic. It's a blast. Let's see. Jerry's saying I read there was a spinoff with Nancy Wheeler. Dude, I saw that somewhere. I don't know if I was scrolling on like Instagram or something to where that popped up. I didn't really look into it, too much, so I'm not sure, how legit it is. But I do think I skimmed over it, and it didn't say it was going to take place between like season 4 and season 5 or something like that. Maybe. I don't know. But yeah, I know what you're talking about, buddy. Val saying, and thank you, Michael, for getting me to watch Stranger Things. I'm so glad I listened to you with this one. Yeah, I mean, hell yeah. Yeah, I'm glad you enjoyed it, and anybody that ever asked me, like, like most people, like, oh, I don't like Stranger Things. It's like, well, have you watched it? And they're like, no, it's just not my thing. It's like, well, you should check it out. It's not exactly, what it looks like. So you should check it out for what it is, and most people that watch it at least like it. I'm not going to say that they love it, but they're at least like invested in the story, going through it. So I totally dig it. Especially the first season when that came out, it was just like, holy shit, this is like freaking a million things all mixed together in one. It was like Goonies, it was like Alien. Like you could put so many different things in that box for sure. Jerry said, what's that on, Michael? Oh, Monarch is on Apple TV. I get Apple TV when Monarch comes out. Like literally that's what I do. Like a month before, Monarch's out, I'll get Apple TV, and that works for me. Like literally. Jacob saying, okay, if you had to get rid of one, what would it be? Welcome to Derry or Stranger Things? Oh, I'd get rid of Welcome to Derry, dude. There's not even close. Like I'm not saying Welcome to Derry isn't awesome, but I mean, bro, we haven't even finished the first season yet. And you're asking me to get rid of something I've been watching for 9 years. There's no freaking way. There's no way Welcome to Derry stays. I'm sorry. I freaking Pennywise is the shit, but not a chance. No way. Let's see. Legendary Monsterverse expands this coming February with the second season of Monarch Legacy of Monsters, which will mark the return of two kings, Godzilla and King Kong. Right. So yeah, they kind of left us on a cliffhanger last 2 years ago. I guess it's a every other year show. Hi, Stranger Things. A new sneak peek video from Apple TV gives us our first look at Godzilla and a Legacy of Monsters season 2, and you can give that a watch below if you wait. Give that a watch below while you wait for the full trailer. The 10 episodes. Oh, hell yeah, 10 episodes. The 10-episode second season of Monarch Legacy of Monsters will premiere February 27th on Apple TV with new episodes following every Friday through May 1st. Oh, shit. They're going to make me keep Apple TV for a little while. It's fine. Let's see. Kurt Russell, Wyatt Russell, Anna. Oh God. Sawe. I am so sorry for butchering that name. Kersey Clemens, Ren Watabe, Murray Yokomoto, Yamamoto. I apologize. Joe Tiplett, Anderson Holm return to star, joined by newcomer Amber Midthunder from Prey. Holy shit, they're bringing in Amber Midthunder from Prey. Dude, that is freaking amazing. I love Prey. See, this is proof that I don't read them ahead of time. Had I done that ahead of time, I'd have had a little clip from Prey. We'd have been talking about, you guys know I love Prey. They're bringing in Amber Midthunder. That is the shit. I'm so happy about that. Season 2 picks up with the fate of Monarch and the world hanging in a balance. Buried secrets are revealed, reuniting our heroes and villains on Kong's Skull Island in a new mysterious village where a mythical titan rises from the sea. Look, I'm digging it. The ripple effect of the past makes waves in the present day, blurring the bonds between family, friend, and foe, all with the threats of a titan event on the horizon. Chris Black, who created the series with Matt Fraction, serves as showrunner. The Monsterverse will continue beyond Monarch Legacy of Monsters with the next big screen installment, Godzilla X Kong Supernova, currently due in theaters March 26, 2027. Amber Midthunder. That's the highlight of my day so far right there. All right. Actually, yeah, I'm not clicking on this. It's on X, and I don't know how that's all going to open up for me to show that to you guys. But yeah, there is a clip there that I guess it's just a a little preview thing. I'll keep that up. I'll watch that when the show's over. But I'm definitely looking forward to this season 2 of Monarch Legacy of Monsters. I can't wait. I cannot wait. I'm sorry. There's just something to be said about it's Godzilla, man. Come on. It's freaking Godzilla. Of course I'm going to watch it. Of course I'm going to watch it. All right. And now this next news, we knew this was coming. I'm sorry, but we definitely knew that this was coming. And if you are surprised by this, shame on you. Shame on you. We knew it was coming. Bloody Disgusting says the Conjuring producer, Peter Safran, says there's a lot of fuel left in the tank for film and TV after Last Rites. Does this surprise anyone? I mean, in all honesty, if I'm being 100% honest with you, are you surprised by this at all? How much did it make? Like $500 million, the last Conjuring? They're not done. Like, hey, we made $500 million. Yeah, let's go ahead and start making a sequel right now. You know, despite being billed as the final chapter, we've heard that before, Friday the 13th, The Conjuring Last Rites was not a head fake, franchise Peter Safran assures EW. The 9th installment in the Conjuring universe may have closed its book on Vera Farmiga and Patrick Wilson's reign as Lorraine and Ed Warren, but that does not mean the franchise has to stop there. It was the end of that particular version of the story with Patrick Wilson and Vera Farmiga and that version of The Conjuring. I think that The Last Rites shows there's a lot of fuel left in the tank. He adds the assertion that is hard to dispute. The assertion is hard to dispute that given the record-breaking film's $494 million worldwide gross, you make $494 million doing anything, you're going to do it again. I'm sorry, but that's $500 million. You made $500 million on this movie. Not surprised one bit. There's so much more that we haven't dug into, says Saffron. So the truth is, I think there's really exciting ways to go with both films and televisions. Frankly, it would be incredibly satisfying. People have been on this journey with us for a dozen years now. I think they want more. Well, I mean, what does The Conjuring look like without Patrick and Vera? What is that? What does that even look like? Right? That's all I'd really have to, say too much, with that, because we don't know what that looks like. But yeah, I mean, I'll say this does not surprise me at all. Yeah, when I saw the article pop up, I was like, yeah, that's about right. I'll share it anyway. Jerry, I'm shocked. Yeah, like I said, you make $500 million doing anything, you're going to do it again. The Conjuring Last Rites introduced Mia Tomlinson as the adult version of Ed and Lorraine's daughter Judy, along with Tony Spira as her future husband Ben Hardy. People fall in love with Patrick and Vera and Ed and Lorraine, so I think there's a lot to do. Saffron continues. The introduction in a real way of Judy and Tony, I think people love. The feedback we got was they love those characters, so I think there'll be more to come. So it does look like, they're going to continue with Judy and what's his name? Ben? Judy and Ben. I mean, from reading this article, here we go with those assumptions again. But I mean, that's what it looks like to me. If this is, the direction that they keep going, because anytime you make anything with film, any movies or shows or anything, you can plan one thing and then something just goes in the complete opposite direction. You try to keep the same theme to it, right? But I think with news like that, and I think that's really the only direction that they can go, to me. Unless they start doing, like one of The Conjuring this or The Conjuring, just throwing The Conjuring on, every project that they're doing that has nothing to do with the last. I don't really see them doing that. So I don't know. Will I check out something new? Probably. Yeah. I'm going to tell you. Yeah, I'm going to watch it. I'm sorry, but it's true. Indeed, there will, as HBO Max has already announced the Conjuring TV series with Nancy Wan as showrunner. Meanwhile, Warner Brothers is reportedly developing a Conjuring prequel movie with Rodriguez Hart in talks to direct. So Conjuring prequel movie. We can't continue it, so let's go back. And I mean, you really can't use Patrick and Vera for it, unless you're gonna, what do they call that? Like deep fake it's not deep fake, but it's computer generate their age, like reverse. I don't see them doing that, so probably using the same people that they had play the younger versions of them in The Conjuring Last Rites. So yeah, more coming from The Conjuring. Like I said, who's shocked by that? Not me, of course, but where's more coming? So that definitely, there's proof it's coming. I did want. Oh, this is so cool. I'll get to that one next. But I do have this right here, especially if you like to collect horror stuff, memorabilia. I guess it wouldn't be memorabilia. It would just be more like horror collectibles if you like to collect things. I thought this was super cool. So I brought it up. But they are releasing a Killer Clowns from Outer Space Rudy 15-inch figure with sound revealed, and Mezco's making that. But yes, if you are a fan of Killer Clowns, what's up, Jerry? And myself, they have a 15-inch figure coming out. It's Rudy. Step right up, folks. Mezco Toys adding Killer Clowns from Outer Space's Rudy to the Mezco Designer Series Mega Scale line. Standing 15 inches, the figure is outfitted in a screen-accurate clown suit with bold colors, ruffled trim, and a sculpted alien features from his crooked grin to his wild red hair. The towering trickster features sound effects, guttural laughs, horn honk, rubber chicken squeak, the cartoonish hammer hit, and wacky wah-wah effect. I think I did that right. I love it. I love it. Packaged in a windowed box, this MDS Mega Scale Rudy costs $100 and is due out by July 2026. Released in 1988, the Killer Clowns from Outer Space series aliens took clowns to terrorize a small town, leaving a pair of teens to save the day. The sci-fi horror comedy is produced by special effects artists, the Jodo brothers, with Steven Jodo in the director's chair. Mezco previously launched pre-orders for Killer Clowns from Outer Space Slim's 18-inch MDS Roto plush. And here that is. That's cool. I like that they have sound. It's freaking awesome. Am I going to get one of those? Probably, if I'm being 100% honest with you. But yeah, that was in the news, and it was just like, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and share that because I know we have Killer Clown fans. We have collectible fans. So I felt like it went right down our alley there. Now, one of the ones I'm so excited for, because I've actually been waiting for a couple years for this. But yeah, I mean, it hasn't been on the forefront of my mind, but when I saw the news, I feel like I had to share it. But finally, Friday the 13th, Part 2 celebrates its 45th anniversary. Hell yeah, we got to do something for the show for that. We got to do something for the show for that. With a 4K ultra high def release, we're getting Friday the 13th Part 2 in 4K. Yes. Does anybody else care besides me? I don't know. But I've had the first one on 4K for a couple of years now, waiting for Part 2 to come out. And it looks like for the 45th anniversary, we are going to get the 4K version of Friday the 13th Part 2. I'm sorry, but I'm freaking excited. It's just going to come with a slipcover. I'm sure that it's not going to be in anything fancy. Previously only available in the Paramount Scares Volume 2 box set, Paramount Scares Volume 2 box set, Friday the 13th Part 2 will receive a solo 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray and digital release on February 3rd. That's not that far. That is not that far away. I'm doing it. I'm going to get that. That's happening. That is freaking happening. Celebrating its 45th anniversary, 1981 slasher sequel is presented in 4K with Dolby Vision HDR and 5.1 Dolby True HD audio. Special features: Lost Tales from Camp Blood Part 2, Inside Crystal Lake Memories, Friday's Legacy horror conventions. Oh, that's cool. Jason Forever and the original theatrical trailer. I mean, they're not giving you a whole lot with it. I mean, to be 100% honest, you're not getting a whole bunch, but I mean, shit, I'm going to own it. It's 4K. It's Friday, too. Set 5 years after the events of Friday the 13th, the legend of Jason Voorhees and his diabolical mother lives on. Despite ominous warnings from the locals, you doomed, is a group of counselor at a nearby summer camp decided to explore the site of the Camp Crystal Lake massacre all too soon. The killing begins again. Well, all right. 45 years for that intro, but we got it. We got it. Steve Miner, Halloween H2O, directs a script by Ron Kurtz. Amy Steele and John Fury star, with Jason played by Steve Dash. While Masked and Warrington Gillette went unmasked, Adrian King, Betsy Palmer, and Walt Gorney reprised the roles from the first film. I'm freaking excited. I am freaking excited. I can't help it. I cannot freaking help it. Michael G stops in to say hello. I'm not surprised at all. Me either, brother. Me freaking either. He's also saying I'm caught up with Welcome to Derry, but I haven't started season 5 for Stranger Things yet. All right, man. All right. What's up, Michael G? Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Michelle stopping by too to say hi. What's up, Michelle? Happy Friday. Hope you're doing well. Paula is in the chat as well, saying hi to everybody. What's up, Paula? Happy Friday. I hope you're doing well. She says, sorry I'm late. It's all good, Paula. It is all good. I've got about another 20-25 minutes left in me anyway, and I still got a ton of stuff to go over with you guys too. We probably won't get to all of it, but they do give us that's what we're getting. Do you remember how much we loved that poster when we went over Friday the 13th posters on how great we thought this was? Yeah, we didn't, because that's what it's going to look like. And I mean, the first one, it came out basic as well when that came out as a single release. I think I got it here somewhere. Yeah, it came out the same, so like this was the first one right here. Actually, I can pull that down. I mean, we've seen it. We know at this point, right? But the first one was basic too. It came out in the basic packaging, the original. And I've had this, like I said, I've had this for a couple years now, waiting on part 2. But it doesn't look like they're doing anything, spectacular with, the boxes. So in my mind, more than likely, they're going to release all of these eventually with the basic covers, and then they're going to do something, like alternate covers or something like that, to make you buy it again. That's what they're going to do. Am I going to fall for their trick? Probably. Gotta have them all. With my mindset, like right now, I'm trying to get my hands on the new Steelbook collection that came out of A Nightmare on Elm Street. Did you guys see that box set? That shit is fucking awesome. Pardon my language, but holy shit, that thing looks amazing. I've been trying to get my hands on that for months. You know how much they want for that on eBay right now? They want $400 for that. And I mean, that's really not horrible. I just have a hard time justifying myself paying $400 at one point on movies that are so old. But guys, like if you have not seen that Nightmare on Elm Street box set, it's amazing. It is freaking amazing. I want it. I want it so bad. Like you had no idea. But again, trying to justify spending the money. It's like the Halloween, original Halloween box set that came out. Like if you want that, it's $500. And it's just like, do I want it for the collection? Of course I do. Of course I do. But it's just like, I literally, if I were to get both of those, it'd be almost $1,000. Can I justify spending $1,000 on movies that I already own? I mean, that makes it even worse because I already own the movies. I just want this version of them. It's horrible. But at least the Nightmare set comes in 4K and you get a Steelbook with each episode. You get a Steelbook with each episode. I don't know if I've shown that or if you guys have seen that box set yet, but it is, I'm gonna bring it up, because that's what we do on Horror Talking Coffee, right? We bring up stuff like that. Let's see, Nightmare on Elm Street, 4K box set. If you guys have not seen this, it is just freaking fantastic. Where do they have this at? Let me click on this. Do they give you individual? This is good enough. Here's oh shit, they want $500 for this. They want $500 on eBay for this. That's freaking crazy. But I'm gonna bring it up to show it to you guys if you guys haven't seen it. We're on eBay. That's where Movies and Beyond is gone at this point. We're shopping on eBay, on YouTube, right? That's what we're doing. Let me make sure that none of my stuff is up here. Okay, perfect. Let's see. Here is the box set. Let's see. Oh, that's got eBay. So it comes in this freaking like tin here that's dressed like Freddy's sweater. Each one individually, you get a steel book. Well, I guess you get 3D glasses. 3D glasses for a portion of Freddy's Dead. It's like, you know what? I'd keep the glasses. They'd be displayed somewhere, but I pretty much guarantee I'm not watching Freddy's Dead. But look at all these dark colored steel books with like the original. You've got pretty much the original poster on them, but they're all in steelbook form, with the black background. No letters or anything. Like, yes, do I want this? I want this so freaking bad. But for $474.99, I mean, like I said, I have a hard time justifying that. But yes, I do want it very bad. I'm sorry, I do. Sorry, went on a tangent that took us to eBay there. That's what happened. But yeah, it's something I want very much, and I'm so happy that they came. They're coming out with Friday the 13th Part 2, 4K. And if these come out every 2 years in 4K, 2 or 3 years, like the time between 1 and 2, I should own all of these by the time I'm like 96. So. I should have all of them by then. Let's see. What else do we have? We already did Monarch Season 2. Oh, this was interesting. I'm going to pull this up, and I'll jump into the chat here in just a second. Oh, that is so... I'd do it. I'm telling you. Before I jump into this, I do want to say, what's up, Russell? Russell's in the chat saying, what's up, everyone? Let's smash the like button if you haven't already and subscribe to Movies and Beyond. Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. What's up, Russell? I hope you're doing well, my man. But Andy Muschietti, whatever. Andy Muschietti is still hopes to make a 6+ hour extended supercut of It in It Chapter 2. I like It in It Chapter 2. Do I like it enough to watch it for like 7 hours? I mean, how do you plan your night that way? I mean, literally, if you're like, I thought Justice League was fucking long. When Zack Snyder's Justice League came out, it was like almost 4 hours. How do you plan your evening? Hey, you want to watch a movie? Yeah, let's watch Andy Muschietti's 6 hour extended supercut of It. Holy shit. You know what? I'm all for it. Make it. I'll buy it. I'll have it. I won't watch it too often, though. I guarantee you that. Way back in 2019, you may recall director Andy Muschietti had been floating the idea of a massive extended supercut of both It movies, which would include unseen deleted scenes from both, along with potentially brand new scenes that haven't even been filmed yet. It would probably be around 6 hours and a half. Muschietti has been saying at the time. 6.5 hours. I mean, if you like It and you're like, I ain't got shit going on for the next 6 hours, 6.5 hours, I'm going to watch this. You're dedicated. You are. I'm breaking that up. I don't know. Maybe a Sunday where it's raining and it's cold and you don't want to go anywhere. Maybe. Of course, that extended supercut of It and It Chapter 2 never ended up happening. We ended up getting something even better. with the first season of 1962 set prequel series It, Welcome to Derry, wrapping up on HBO Max this coming Sunday night, December 14th. Does Machete plan on revisiting the idea of the It Supercut movie? And in Ask Me Anything chat on Reddit this week, he reveals that it still remains a dream project after all of these years. Still a big dream of mine, Andy Machete told fans during an AMA chat. Since we've been involved heavily in this show, we hadn't had any time to execute it. Cross his fingers. That would be included in what would be included in this extended cut, you might be wondering. Machete told Consequence of Sound back in 2019, there's a scene that we shot in the 1600s. I decided not to put it in the film because it was a little confusing. You know, the problem is that people sometimes want to know a little more, but if you give them too much, then they're disappointed. It's like a magic trick in a way. I can see that. I can definitely see that. Sorry, I lost my place. In the 2009 chat, Machete also touched on the deleted scene referencing the celestial turtle known as Maturin. Sorry if I butchered that. An ancient figure who appears in King's It novel as well as the Dark Tower. When you see McAvoy confronting his fear in the flooded basement, he kills the notion of guilt by killing himself as a kid. He jumps back into the water. He's lost. There's no way out. And then suddenly the eyes of Pennywise Bill the Kid, comes out of the dark, but it's not Pennywise. It's the turtle that's swimming by him. And views the turtle, and he's sort of fascinated. Like, what is this thing? And very soon after, the kids are swimming after it. So McAvoy follows them towards the light and emerges back in the cavern. Interesting. I mean, Machete added, it's a beautiful scene, but it had to leave it out over pacing reasons. It was very emotional, but it was not the right moment where things had to move faster. Whether or not It Chapter 2 extended supercut ever happens, it's likely that we'll be seeing much more Pennywise in the coming years. The first season of It, Welcome to Derry, is proving to be a hit for HBO and HBO Max. We expect this series will soon be renewed for a second season. The Machetes have plans of 3-season arc for the series. Stay tuned for more on all things It, Pennywise, and Welcome to Derry. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Like, I'm excited, that they're moving on with this story. Like I said, at the beginning, I wasn't sold right away. I wasn't sold. It just felt I've gone through little phases with this show, right? It was like the first episode, I was like, holy shit. Second episode, it was like, third episode, it's like, is this Nickelodeon? And then it picks up. Right, it picks up from there, and it's been good ever since. This last episode was absolutely amazing, and I can't wait to see the season finale. As for the supercut version of It and It Chapter 2, the 7-hour cut, 6.5-hour cut, stay tuned, I guess. I mean, if it comes out on Blu-ray with a fancy box, I'll want it, right? Isn't that what Michael does? Kind of, sort of. We did this one. Okay, and this is my last article, and then we can talk about whatever you guys want. I will have about 15 minutes left. And shoot whatever you want out there, and we will get to it. This is my last article for today. And you thought that I wasn't going to talk about Crystal Lake? Well, of course I am. Crystal Lake creator teases Rivers of Blood in the next year's Friday the 13th prequel series. I love it. Filming recently wrapped on the upcoming Friday the 13th prequel television series Crystal Lake from A24, which will be the franchise's first official installment in almost 20 years when it premieres on Peacock sometime next year. And we're in good hands with this one, as showrunner Brad Caleb Kane is also the showrunner of HBO's It, Welcome to Derry. So if you guys remember back when I was talking about Crystal Lake a lot and we didn't know much, and I said, they introduced that Brad Caleb Kane was going to be the showrunner on this, I said, let's see how Welcome to Derry does, and we'll kind of get an idea of how Friday the 13th might be, right? I mean, that's what I thought. So, I mean, I'm impressed so far. What we can expect from Crystal Lake, Brad Caleb Kane tells Entertainment Weekly in a brand new interview. In many ways, it's a psychological thriller. It's a paranoid 70s thriller. He continues, it has all the DNA of the slasher without quite being a slasher. There are rivers of blood in the show. There are very, I think, ingenious kill sequences and deaths and murders, but it's still all done in a service of a character and a theme, place and time. All right. So they're basically telling us this is more of a thriller and not so much of a slasher, but it has slasher elements. You would expect something like that from a story about Pamela, right? You wouldn't expect her to be putting on a sack head and walking around, stabbing people. I'm very curious where this goes. I tried to think about Crystal Lake and Friday the 13th prequels as what era did the first movie come out? It came out of the paranoid 70s thriller era. Caleb Kane goes on to explain it came out of the mistrust of institutions era. It came out of the women's lib area, the National Organization for Women era, the conscious raising awakening era in America. And I wanted to go play with all of these themes. Hell yeah. Brad Caleb Kane also teases that star Linda Cardellini, who plays Jason's mother, Pamela Voorhees, in the series, is going to shock and surprise a lot of people with her performance. You love to hear that. You love to hear that. He explains that his chat with EW, I think Little Cardellini is going to get a lot of attention for this role. She's inconceivably brilliant in it. I can't really say more. Callion Vincent is playing young Jason Voorhees in the series, with Linda Cardellini starring as Mrs. Voorhees. The series will serve as an expanded prequel to the 80s slasher. Crystal Lake also stars William Catlett, Devin Kissler, Cameron Scroggins, Gwendolyn Sunstorm, Nick Cordelleone, as is Crazy Ralph. That's what I'm talking about. Daniel Koch, Phoenix Parnevik, Nancy Nagrant. I am terrible with names. I'm so sorry. Joey Soprano's in it. I'm telling you, it's going to be awesome. The 8-episode series is set to be directed by Michael Lennis, Cillian Held, Logan George, and Queen Tran from the pit. All right. Oh my goodness. I'm excited. So they're kind of giving us a breakdown of what Crystal Lake is going to be. So if you're expecting a slasher, it's not going to, I think it's going to be more psychological, right? Because that's what you would want from Pamela Voorhees. You would want something psychological. You wouldn't want her in her blue sweater, throwing a potato sack in her head, chasing people around with a machete. No, you want to, if you're going to tell the backstory of Pamela, you want to know how she got there. How did she get to the original Friday the 13th? What was going, well, we kind of know what was going through her head, but what drove her to the point that she got to for that? And I think that's what we're going to get. And I'm pretty excited about that. I'm pretty excited to see, because if you really think about it, right? Pamela Voorhees is a very famous character, right? But how much screen time does she actually have? How much time in a Friday the 13th movie does Pamela Voorhees have? You got to really think about it. You had Betsy Palmer in the first episode. You had a vision in part 2 with Betsy Palmer. What else do we have? We had Freddy versus Jason. We had the other actress show up to send Jason to Elm Street, right? We had that iteration of her. Then in the remake, we had another version of her, right? Kill for Mother, right? She comes out, she gets her head cut off at the very beginning. This is a character who is a very famous horror slasher character with very minimum screen time. Minimal, I think that's a better word for it. And I want to see what's up with it, right? Like give me some Pamela. We're getting Jason, right? And this is going to lead into Jason. Make it good, man. Seeing Welcome to Derry, I'm very excited how Welcome to Derry is going. I think Brad Caleb Kane is going to do. I feel a lot more confident after watching Welcome to Derry. I do. I think he's going to do good things with it, and I think it's gonna be all right. I do. Let's see. When we were talking about the It extended super cut, Russell said, just put the Blu-ray in and watch chapters 1 and 2. I do it. Oh yeah, I guess they're putting other shit in there. Michael G is saying, so what did everybody get me for Christmas? Michael is giving you all some good ideas. I was giving you guys ideas for me. How about that Nightmare box set? What's up? Russell saying, our presence in the chat, Michael Glotz. All right. That's. Michael G, I got you almost the same thing as last year, but a different color. Zing. Wild card is in the chat. Melissa's in the chat. What's up, Melissa? Happy Friday. I hope you are having a fantastic Friday. Good to see you.
Wild card, bitches!
And Russell saying Betsy Palmer is Pamela Voorhees. I hope they don't screw her up in the prequel series. Dude, with as much as they're saying about, as Brad Caleb Kane was saying about Linda Cardellini's performance, I feel good about it. I feel good about it, Russell. I think, and you know me, I'm going to be the worst critic of Friday the 13th out there. I'm going to be. I think you're going to be all right. I think she's going to do okay. And I'm looking forward to it. All right. I did have a couple. Well, actually, I had one more article, but I'm going to go ahead and skip that one. And we can jump into anything that you guys want to talk about. You have me for 10 minutes. So make use of the time. And if you don't have anything, then we can go ahead and head out. Jerry is gifted up. Well, Jerry, is that for a what? Are you serious? Jerry gifts $5 super chat. Jerry, I will give you as many whats as you want. I do not care, but thank you a million times, man. A million freaking times. Thank you, Jerry. You are the man.
What?
There it is. I'll give you another one.
What?
Hell yeah, my man. Thank you again, Jerry. I'll always give you guys a Skeletor what for sure. Damn, I keep looking at that freaking box set. Like it's still up on my screen, like it's not shared over. I gotta find a way to get that Nightmare box set. I do. $474 though. I mean, do you think that's justifiable? Like, what would I have to tell myself? How would I lie to myself to make it okay for me to get that? I mean, I'd almost have to have Robert England sign that motherfucker, right? But then I'd want to use it. So, I mean, it'd bounce around on my shelf. So I'm sure that the signature would get rubbed off. But damn, wouldn't that be an awesome freaking piece to display? Get all the Nightmare people to sign it like all the way around. Oh, shit. That's a great idea, Michael. That is a great idea. Just take it to conventions wherever there's Nightmare people and get them all to sign it. Then I'd want to put it somewhere. Then I could display it in something, right? Just be super careful taking them out. I mean, Jesus, that's amazing. Maybe I need two of them. One that I can watch and then one I can display like that. Look at me. Now I want two of them. I can't even justify one, and now I'm trying to buy two of them. What the hell's wrong with me? Why do you guys watch me? Jesus. Good God. Everybody's enjoying the what? I know, Jerry. That's what I'm talking about. Jerry is saying, tell Santa. Yeah, Santa stopped answering me a long time ago, man. Unfortunately. Get it and get it signed. Yeah, dude. I mean, what color would you put on that? Because it looks like the sweater, right? And I wonder if that top is removable where it says 4K, but you wouldn't want to make it look different. I wonder how much room you'd actually, because you only have 3 sides on it. I know it's a 4-sided box, but the other side is where the discs go in, right? Where the steel books go in. Actually. Oh, that's super cool. I'm gonna X out of this. Yeah, I need to put that away. I'm gonna sit here. I'm gonna sit here and look at that box set while I'm live on YouTube. Freaking crazy. Russell is saying, I don't know if anyone has seen Welcome to Derry, so I won't spoil anything. Yeah, dude. I said this earlier in the show. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna wait for the season finale, and I'm gonna do a show just on talking about Welcome to Derry. That way it gives everybody time to watch it, and then people that didn't watch it or aren't fans of it, at least they'll know that show's coming. So Val said, I haven't seen it but not planning on watching it. So talk away. She's like, I don't give a shit. I don't even care. I don't even care. Melissa saying, big no for me, Russell. Stay that way. As for Stranger Things. Okay. I got you. Russell said, I'd rather get that Friday the 13th box set collection. It looks amazing. So you're talking about the one that they just stopped making from Scream Factory? The one that you can no longer get from Scream Factory? Do you guys know that Scream Factory is no more? Like, that makes me sad. But that box set, yeah, dude, that box set, it's, if you're talking about the same box set, I am Russell, the Blu-ray one that this box set. Is this the one you're talking about? The oh, there it is. The Scream Factory. This is how and then you have all the movies right there. This one even has the remake and Freddy versus Jason in it, which made this box set so good to have, because it had all the films, and it's fantastic. Now they are just Blu-rays; they're not 4Ks. It's freaking amazing. It is, and I can't believe that. Scream Factory is that was my go-to. That was actually my go-to. Now Arrow does do some cool shit. They do some cool shit. This is a 4K that they did. I think it's 4K. Yeah, it is 4K of Friday the 13th, the remake that Arrow just did, I would say within the last year and a half. They did this, and this is 4K. Arrow did this one, a slipcover. It comes with like a poster and all kinds of stuff. It is a little pricey, but if you're a Friday the 13th collector, yeah, you're gonna get it. You're gonna get it. Melissa's saying, Michael, how many? I have no idea. I have no freaking idea. We'll say somewhere between 750 to 1,000, maybe. I don't know. I haven't counted. I think in this horror, this is all horror right here. This one right here is all horror movies. I think that if you count up all the movies in all the box sets that I have, probably close to 500, maybe ish. All right, and ish. Like I have no idea, and I'm not gonna sit there and count them. For it, I don't care enough, to be honest. It's just that I have the movies. Russell was saying that because of Scream Factory is no more. It's just insane. Yeah, like it's sad. Like it makes me sad. It makes me want to cry. Like in all honesty, I love Scream Factory, and I always like they did so well with making old movies look good. Like most anything I watch from Scream Factory, the picture's beautiful. Like you looking at like stuff like My Bloody Valentine. It had no business looking that good, being as old as it is. It's fantastic. Jerry says we put our movies in alphabetical order. I put my horror movies in alphabetical order. Now, Halloween and Friday the 13th are an exception. They have their own shelves. So Halloween actually has 2 shelves. But yeah, though outside of Halloween and Friday the 13th, all my horror movies are in alphabetical order. That's it. It's just so I can find them. Like I don't want to sit here and look through 500 movies to find the one I'm looking for. That's the only purpose of me having them in alphabetical order, is to be able to find the ones. This Friday the 13th remake that Arrow did. They also did oh, let me show this to you guys. I thought this was super cool. So these are like, not only do you get a 4K copy, but you also get a what is it, disc 1? Oh, you get the theatrical and you get the the killer cut in this one. But it also comes with like cool stuff that like this. Like nobody's really gonna tell me this isn't cool as shit. It's a Crystal Lake freaking postcard. Am I ever gonna use it? No. Do I love it? Yes. I mean, that's freaking amazing. That's an ad for something. They give you a poster. Basically, you have the poster of the cover on this. I forget if it's double-sided or not. Oh, you get the poster. It's double-sided. You get like the OG poster, and then you get the Friday the 13th, what's on the box. So they give you little stuff like that when you get these special editions, and then this is a whole little book about the movie. They give you a book that's in there, which is cool. And I like those little things. And these are the types of little things that make me, get the collectibles. They do that. Like from Arrow, I have 2 of these collectible 4Ks that they made. I have this one, and I have the Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2003. Because that's shit. I mean, that's my favorite Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie, and it's amazing, and it comes with a whole bunch of cool shit like that. So Arrow is doing their thing, but for Scream Factory to be gone, I mean, that's just absolutely, it's horrible. All right. Sorry, I got a little distracted right there. Let's see. Russell was saying I try to put them in alphabetical order, but yeah, I have a process when I get a new movie to do it. Love that mask. Hell yeah. Wish I had a VHS. I actually do have a VHS. It may be being used here soon. You guys, hey, the Ring, VHS. I have a VCR. I do. Russell said, I got People Under the Stairs Halloween Blu-ray box set, and that was from Scream Factory. People Under the Stairs and Halloween Blu-ray box set. Dude, that's awesome. That I wanted the Halloween box set. Like I have the Scream Factory. I have this Scream Factory box set for Halloween. It has all the Halloween movies in them, except for the David Gordon Green trilogy. But the actual like box, I wanted that one. It's super cool. It's super cool. Russell says, and also the Frightener Scream Factory. Dude, if I went through all my Scream Factory stuff, that could be a video in itself. Val said, I have the Nightmare on Elm Street box set VHS. Dude, that's awesome. Like that. No, like seriously, like those are the types of things that I like to collect. Because it would go so good sitting up there with my 2 Freddy gloves that I have. You guys saw one of the gloves that I did in Horror Collectible of the Week, but I have another one that's the OG glove signed by just Robert and Nancy in red and green, and it's super cool. But yeah, that would look good right up there, that box set. I think it would be freaking awesome. Russell says VHS is also a series. Oh yeah, VHS series. It is. It definitely is. Just talking about that Texas Chainsaw Massacre 4K makes me want to watch it. I may do that tonight. What is today? Today's Friday. I work tomorrow. It sucks, but it's whatever. I may watch that Texas Chainsaw in 4K tonight. But yeah, you guys, Horror Talking Coffee. It's always a blast to do this in the morning. It's always a little tough for me. You notice I had no coffee this morning, right? I still haven't bought coffee, and I didn't have time to go get one. So it's like, yeah, we're drinking water, and I could definitely tell because me trying to read without having my coffee is just unfortunate. So I bumbled my way through. Russell saying that's the one I got, Michael. It was the Walmart Halloween Blu-ray box set. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, but there's one that comes in a box, and it's like $500 right now if you want to try to buy it. Again, I just want it for collectible purposes, but I can't justify spending the money. I can't. Val said we all need to send Michael coffee pods for Christmas. Hey, don't worry about it, Val, because tomorrow's grocery morning. I go get groceries tomorrow, and pods are on the list. They are on the list. It will be fine. Everything will be perfectly perfect tomorrow. But as for today, it's going to be a rough start. But you guys, this is always so much fun. You know, I love coming on here. I love talking about movie news. I love just hanging out with you guys, especially before I go to work. But I do have to get ready for work, so I am going to have to jump off here. But I will see you guys Sunday at 8 p.m. I will be back. And I will see you then. See you guys next time. Peace.
Toodaloo, motherfucker.
Hey, you